Hello farmers and welcome back to No Man's Land. We are now in the month of September. Rain is on the way, so the first job I am doing today is planting wheat in, well, the wheat field. This is for the chickens so they have feed for a year. So I'm going to get this done before the rain comes in. Rain's supposed to get here like 10 o'clock, so I got about an hour and a half in real time because I got that one-time speed. So should not be a problem, and then the rest of the day is going to be pretty much moving some of our products around. So we'll be doing that just in a little while. In the meantime, in between episodes, let's start with the grass field. I picked up the grass, got that into the silo bunker, compacted it. Yeah, we got about 250,000 liters, which we expected. And since it's been 2 months now, the grass is ready to be cut again today. So I'll probably do that in between episodes because, well, we just did that. So I'll get the grass cut in between episodes, this one, the next one, and probably pick it up and put it into the silo bunker and compact it with the rest. The cows, we now have 30 cows because our mature cows have given birth to 10 more calves. So we have 30 cows, and well, still only 10 cows giving some milk, but you know, we're up to 30, so that is a good thing. But being up to 30 cows, that means their food numbers in their barn are kind of off, so we need to go take care of them today as well. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, the Big Red Barn. So kind of something interesting with going on with the Big Red Barn, and that is with the flour. So the Big Red Barn takes flour to make pasta and or bread. But also the Big Red Barn makes flour. So when I checked on it this morning, I was kind of a little bit confused at first because like it's actually dispensing flour in the sell point for me to pick up. So even though flour is being sent to the Big Red Barn to make products, since it does make flour as well, the Big Red Barn is pushing it right back out as a selling product. So I'm not quite sure how that's working. So I turned on the Big Red Barn to make pasta to see if it will not dispense the flour, or is it still going to dispense the flour that I'm putting in there to make the pasta with. Kind of interesting there. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh yeah, so we got done picking up the rocks in the other 3 fields, and we got all those rocks have been crushed and made into lime. So we got a good amount of lime, like 50,000 liters of lime, which this field does require some lime, but I'm not going to lease the Bredal spreader for just one field. So we'll wait another year and see what happens. Let's see what else is going on here. I've been taking care of the products that's moving, like I turned the clothing factory back on. Had tons of fabric sitting there. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and turn that on. Start making some clothes. Even though we're not selling it until April, I just want to go ahead and start making it. That way it is ready, and make sure that we actually produce all the clothing that we possibly can. And I need to bring some wool over from the sheep because the sheep are producing wool at a really good rate. So we'll bring that over to Tight Knit, which is our sewing factory, to make fabric. I got a good load there. So we got to bring the eggs over to Bread Pit. We got some strawberries to bring over to Bread Pit. I got butter down at the Dairy Godmother to be brought over to Bread Pit. I got milk I could bring down to Bread Pit, but I'm going to keep that. We don't have that much milk yet, so we're going to go ahead and leave that there for now. So a lot of products to transfer around for sure. I mean, if I didn't have the Big Red Barn, a lot of those stuff I could just put on distribute and it wouldn't be a problem. But since both buildings can make the same things, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep both. I definitely want to keep the Big Red Barn because that gives us more products to make. It's Bread Pit. I'll be like, okay, if I'm going to have to keep moving products around like this and it gets too, I don't want to say complicated, too busy, we may have to sell Bread Pit and just have the Big Red Barn. Not too sure about that, but right now I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. We just have more work to do in that sense. So as for the store as well, I've been keeping an eye on the store. There's a couple of interesting things in the store today. Well, actually yesterday and today. One of them being there's an 8R John Deere tractor for sale in the store. I'm looking to get a bigger tractor, or I think I can upgrade the engine in this McCormick. And I'm looking at that because last episode I showed you a plow that I downloaded on the Mod Hub, and I've already sold that plow. You guys were telling me about the other plow that I should be getting, because I said I'm not sure if that was the right one or not, and most of you said it was not. The plow that we're looking for, and I'll show it to you later on, is actually by Black Sheep Modding. Now, yes, it is a plow, but on the GE Mod Hub, it is actually classified as a subsoiler. But when you get in game and buy the quote-unquote subsoiler slash plow, it's under the plow section. So yeah, I'll show it to you. And the main thing about that is that plow does require like 350 horsepower, which only our Fendt would be able to pull that. Even this McCormick is only right now like a 260 or 270 horsepower tractor, and of course the T6 is only 175, so quite underpowered there. Not that big of a deal, but definitely looking to maybe upgrade maybe the engine in this tractor at some point. I'm still not going to get rid of the T6. The T6 was our first tractor, basically the first thing we bought on this Let's Play, so not going to get rid of the T6 and keep that around. T6 would be good for shuttling things around, like we'll be using that later on, picking up stones, moving bales around to feed the sheep and whatnot. So the T6 would be staying. Definitely maybe upgrade the McCormick, or just buy another tractor completely. The other thing that's for sale in there is I actually downloaded a wheel loader mod a while ago, and it's actually for sale in the Mod Hub. And the reason why I would like to have the wheel loader is the bucket for that wheel loader is like 11,000 liters, will be just about perfect for a TMR mixer. When I make TMR, just grab one bucket, and that's all the silage I would need to make TMR, so it'd be kind of perfect for that. But definitely got to keep the money, so I'm not going to be buying anything, because next month, in the month of October, we'll be leasing the sugarcane harvester, and I may have to lease a sugarcane trailer. I'm not sure the trailer, the big trailer that we got, the Krone trailer, I'm not sure if that takes sugarcane or not. I'm just flashing back to when sugarcane first came out, kind of like grapes are now, to where you need a specific trailer for that product. But maybe our trailer will take sugarcane. I think a lot of trailers may do that, so I'll have to keep track of that later. Not that big of a deal. Leasing a trailer for sugarcane won't be that bad at all. So I think that gets you caught up on everything that I've done between episodes. So yeah, we're just all set to get this wheat field planted today. This will need another stage of fertilization put onto it after the crops grow. As for the other two fields, we'll probably put oats in those as well, but we don't plant oats until springtime, so I'll have to wait. But I was definitely looking at leasing a drill for today, just because, yeah, this drill has been working for us rather well, but now with the amount of fields we got and the size of the fields that we're getting, a 6 meter wide drill is just starting to get a little bit on the small side. But I'm gonna, I don't want to say tough it out, it's not that hard to plant here, but we're gonna try to wait until one comes up for sale at some point, and hopefully a decent sized one. And plus I would like to look around on the Mod Hub a little bit more for other drills. I don't want to get too big on the drills just yet, like getting a 25 meter, we don't need a 25 meter wide. Just doubling up the size of this one would be fine. Alright, I'm coming back here to top off with some seed, because we were getting kind of low. While we're waiting for that to fill up, well, it's not going to take too long. Let me squeeze my big butt through here. Where did I put that plow? Oh, it's over here. While I'm thinking about it. So this is a plow by Black Sheep Modding. It is on the Giants Mod Hub, but you got to look under subsoilers. There's the one. I painted it pink again. But if you go into the store, you just got to go to plows and all the way down to the end. And here it is, a 6 meter, 9 meter plow. If we click on it, the 6 meter one cost you $17,000. If you upgrade it to a 9 meter wide, it's $19,000. And of course, you can change the paint scheme on it. The 9 meter wide one is what we have, is a 320 horse, and the 6 meter wide is a 260 horse. Does it show up in subsoilers as well? Because that's what it is on the Giants Mod Hub. No, it doesn't. So yeah, on the Giants Mod Hub, it shows up, and you have to go to the subsoiler category to get the mod, but in game it's actually a plow. And the big difference for us is with a subsoiler, if you just subsoil the ground, we will get rocks, but it doesn't get rid of the weeds. A plow is the only one that will get rid of the weeds for a year. So that's why on the Giants Mod Hub, I was looking at plows only, because I wanted to make sure we don't get weeds. Yeah, but that's classified as a subsoiler on the Giants Mod Hub. Kind of weird how that is, but you guys brought me to the right place, so we're all set there. While we're here, I might as well top off on some fertilizer. So I got some extra bags over here from planting last year in the planter. So I'm trying, I don't want to say I'm trying to use it up, I'm just trying to get rid of the bags themselves. And is that close as I can get? Yep. And can I get to the other one? No, I can't back up further because I'm hitting the combine and the bag is not close enough, so we'll just throw that one right there for now. Alright, and we are getting back to planting some wheat. Now I'm looking forward to, at some, you know, it's going to be soon that we're making some cakes. And we got a lot of product that we needed to do to make some cakes, so hopefully that pays off rather well. Lower that back down. I probably should look into to see how much of an upgrade it's going to be for the McCormick, to see what is the horsepower, because I think we got like the lowest grade engine that we could at the time when we bought this, because you know in the beginning, and still is a little bit, money is just a little bit on the tight side. Maybe I should look into that here very shortly. Maybe when I get done with this, I will go ahead and do that. But the month of October should be a rather busy one. We will have, of course, the corn to harvest, the sunflowers, and of course we got the sugar cane. And a lot of people have said sugar cane will take a while to harvest, just because the harvester only can do 2 rows at a time, I think. If we buy the big, at least the big harvester. But we should get plenty of sugar, I hope. And that means turning on more factories. We'll be making some sunflower oil, be making some sugar, and once the sugar is made, we'll be making some cakes. I just got to find out when the best time to sell cakes is. So maybe, because cake is a perishable item, we'll have to see when the cakes are best sold at. Might not be making cakes anytime soon. Might have to wait almost a year, which would really, really suck. But sometimes that's the way things are. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this wheat field so we can get other stuff transferred to where it needs to be. Take care of our cows. I'll look at the McCormick, see how much it would be to upgrade the engine to whatever horsepower and how much it's going to cost. We'll look into that. Not that I really need it, but it would be nice to get another tractor with just a little bit more horsepower. I think it'd be, you know, definitely cheaper to upgrade the engine than buying another whole new tractor. Although, I know it sounds weird, a 4th tractor would not be bad at this point.
You should stay for the night. What you think? One more drink while we sit by the bonfire. 'Cause this might be love. It's a feeling that I can't get rid of. So just take my hand, 'cause you know I don't wanna play pretend. Stay with me, take a chance, baby, roll the dice. Gotta give me some love, 'cause when I'm with you, I'm in paradise. You know how to make me feel alive. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. You gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Gotta give me some love, nah, nah, nah. Let's go! I need you, what to do, I can't help that I
Did have to top off once on the seed tank because we were getting kind of low, and I didn't think I was going to be able to finish the field with what I had left. So I did spend a little bit more cash there, but you know what? You got to spend money to make money. But we are just about done planting some wheat for this season. And I got about 1 more hour-ish before the rain apparently appears. I remember on Elm Creek, I put down a weather station that was supposed to give me a better, accurate weather. I'm not really sure what that did because even without it, the weather seemed very accurate on the weather page. Unless it means extended forecasts in days in advance. Not too sure. But that's one thing Giants is, at least in my opinion, Giants is known for is they don't give you all the details about some stuff sometimes. They'll just say, hey, this is what it does. It's like, can I get a little bit more detail on that? It's not pretty cut and clear. But what's cut and clear is we are just about done planting our wheat for the season. I just got to remind myself to go ahead and fertilize the field. Kind of like on the grass field over there. Like I said, it's ready to be cut today. I did fertilize it after I picked up all the grass and compacted the grass in the bunker. I said, you know what? I'm going to go get the T6 right now and fertilize this grass field instead of putting it off because I'll forget. But it does seem like our grass field every 2 months is ready for a cut. So if I cut it in September, it should be ready in November, which means in that bunker alone, I'll have 750,000 liters of silage to sell in the month of December. And that'll bring in a nice penny or two to the farm. I'm not sure if I can get it all this pass. It'll be awfully close, but it's going to be at the other end. But either way, job is complete. I am just a little bit concerned about how much wheat I put in the silo for the chickens for the year. I brought down the trailer load when I was harvesting this field to milling it over to make flour because I thought, oh, I got plenty of wheat left in the field. And when I went to finish topping off the silo with what we had left, it's cutting it close, I think, for the chickens. But we will see what happens. If not, then I'll have to go buy some feed for them. Not that big of an issue. Let's see here. Am I done planting for the season? I think all the rest of the crops is for next year. I think so. Since I'm driving right past here, let me... No, slow down. Here, let's top this off with some diesel. And then we'll wash it off and then put the drill away for the year, like I said. Oats don't be planted until springtime. Sugarcane should grow back for another year at least. And of course, corn and sunflower needs to be put in with a planter. So who knows? Maybe next spring we'll get a sale on a drill that we like. Down here is this. There we go. Give it a good wash. I probably should repair it as well. The drill, every time I repair it, doesn't seem to cost as much. It's only got 12% damage on it, so it's not going to be too bad. Meanwhile, the McCormick's at 54% damage. I'm not going to have to wash that off too much, so I'll be using it again this season. But while we're here, might as well just turn this thing around and drive in the repair shed. I gotta remind myself that this little door to our left here, that is an area I can actually store some stuff in. So $119 to repair the drill. We'll do that, and the McCormick's going to be $4,076. All right, so that's fully repaired. We don't repaint. I like seeing the wear on the vehicles. The age in the vehicles, not the wear, but the age in the vehicles by the paint peeling on it a little bit here and there. Let's go ahead and back this in gently. Alright, and I'm just go ahead and park the McCormick right into here. The one thing I'm thinking about is let's go to the garage. I need to go to my trailers. Where's the trailers? Trailers right here. And this one right here, does it take? Yes, our Big Chrome trailer does take sugar cane, so I don't have to lease that at all. So that's a good thing. Let's go grab the T6, which is right here. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go, yep, I was going to go ahead and see what it was going to cost to upgrade the engine in the McCormick. Let's go ahead and do that instead of saying, yeah, I'll check it later on, because then I'll forget. I tend to do that quite often. I got so many things in my mind what I want to do, and I don't get to them all, and I forget about certain things. Alright, let's come over to here, and if we go to customize, so right now we got a 264 horse, and I think if we put in, is 310 the biggest engine? Yeah, so 310, that'll cost us $23,000 to go up like 50 horsepower. 310? Yeah, I don't think for what we need to do around the farm, $23,000 to get up to 310 horsepower right now is not necessary. So that plow requires 350, so we'll be like 40 horsepower under the requirement. Not saying that 310 couldn't pull the plow that way, but probably be best. Let's go ahead and use a Fendt when it comes time to plow. Not that big of a deal. And right now, McCormick does everything we need to do, although mowing the grass, sometimes it doesn't quite get up to the max speed that it could, but it's not that big of an issue. Alright, so now I got to transport a lot of stuff around here. No, I'm just going to go ahead and use this trailer right here. I was thought about using the trailer for the big rig, but I think for what we're moving around, this will be just fine today. First thing I'm going to go up and grab is the wool from the sheep, because they got a good amount sitting up around there, and I want to go ahead and make that into fabric. Keep making some clothing, so when April comes, we'll have a really, really good amount of clothing to sell. It's all being hid by our sugar cane that you can see has grown nicely. Yep, that's all the wool that we have. It's kind of weird how the autoloader loads the wool up. I know you can fit in between. You have before. Are you not going to? Okay, there you go. I'm like, I know you can load in between. You have before. I just didn't know why it wasn't doing so. I think that trailer looks a little top heavy. That's 15,000 liters of wool currently. And we got, what, 3 more? And you need to do some landscaping on this part over here again at some point. Alright, let's go over to Tight Knit, drop this off. And while we're over on that side, I'll probably go down to the Dairy Godmother, grab the butter, and then bring that over to Bread Pit. I am liking this little bridge that we're going over here. I'm kind of glad I got that river in there. It kind of really changes up the map just enough to make it unique in its own way. Now, I think I saw a mod. I don't remember where I saw it, and someone please confirm if I saw this correctly. So we know, like the other production buildings, you can distribute the product. I think there's a mod out there now that will distribute the products from husbandries. So, like the wool, I could put that and distribute, and it would distribute over to Tight Knit. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of crossing through here. I think I want to put a road in here that cuts across anyways. But I've been holding off on some roads here and there because I'm like, well, this is a big open space like right here. I might want to put something there. But I guess I could always change it up later on anyways. All right, let's put this all in here. And while we're here, let's go ahead into this. And where is my clothing factory? Not clothing, but tight knit. So we got to go ahead and turn that on. Start making some more fabric. Yeah, right now I got about 18,000 liters of fabric in there, so the clothing place is going to go nuts for a little bit. All right, let's come on down to the Dairy Godmother, which is right across the street. And right now I'm just waiting. I got at least 2 more production buildings you got to put down. And then we'll really start making up the place a little bit more. But made a lot of butter. That's a lot of butter. Alright, this needs to go over to Bread Pit. And then I gotta grab the eggs back at the farm. I gotta go up to the greenhouses, grab the strawberries, bring that on over. So a couple more things to transport around. And then we'll head on over to herd that, which is our cow barn. And now that we got 10 more cows in the barn overnight, we got to go ahead and make sure they're topped off nicely and make sure everything is looking good there. Got a nice big open field here. Why I say field, open space. I should probably work on another residential area, although I haven't finished the one I originally started, so I probably should work on that one a little bit as well. Let's come into here. And right here it should unload. Alright. You know what? The eggs I'll hold off on because there's not that many eggs there. So let's go on up to the greenhouse. And we'll get all the strawberries that we can and bring those on down. And if we ever get too many strawberries, I can always switch that over to tomatoes. Because it'd be nice kind of selling, making tomato sauce and salads. That's right, we're making salads right now with the tomatoes that we do have. That greenhouse sure is spitting out a lot of strawberries. I think it was 2 months ago we brought strawberries down here. So in 2 months' time, almost 12,000 liters worth of strawberries. So the only 2 ingredients we're missing currently for making cakes is sugar and milk. That should all that we need in here. Double check here in just a second. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Alright, so while that unloads, let's see, where are we going here? There we go. Yep, the sugar and milk is all we're missing on the ingredients. So currently we got 13,000 liters of butter, 12,000 liters of eggs, 112,000 liters of flour, and of course strawberries is going on up. So, and right now I think the cows maybe got a little bit of milk. Let me go see here exactly what they got for milk. Just 2,000 liters. So, yeah. Start making some more milk there, mooey cows. Speaking of, let's see, you're at 10% reproduction, so you're the cows that are making the milk. And yeah, you got a little more ways to go before they hit puberty or until they reach adulthood and start giving some milk. And of course, these are the newborns. Yeah, we're going to take care of some of these numbers here in just a moment here. Nope, not all the way in. Oh yeah, so while we're waiting for that, let's go down to where cakes are. Cakes. And right now, that looks pretty darn good. So it looks like January is the peak season. So that'd be good. So we're going to be harvesting in October, hopefully. And then that means November, December. So I think immediately once of course we got to bring the sugar cane to be made into sugar. Then I got to bring the sugar over here. Then we can start making cakes. So I think immediately we start putting the product in here, we'll start making some cakes. So 3,500 per 1,000. That seems pretty darn good. Let's see here. I'm going to go park this at the Big Red Barn. Actually, let's go get the stuff at the Big Red Barn. We'll sell all that stuff, bring in some cash. I want to see if flour has respawned to be sold. Be kind of interesting if it does. To me, that would need to be fixed, because if you're trying to put flour in the Big Red Barn to make pasta, and it's going to keep spitting it out every hour to be sold, it's going to be hard to make pasta that way. Yeah, I need to put a road in, because I'm driving through the residential area, which I should not be doing. And the road doesn't go the way through, but, you know, I'm in farming equipment. I can go anywhere. Well, it looks like we got a full spawn point. We do have 2 pallets of pig food, so that's a good thing. So we got salads, we got premium potatoes, we got oatmeal. Yep, we are good to go. So right now, no flour, but let's see what happens when I start picking up some things. You gonna spawn anything else? Yep. So it respawns the flour, even though, yeah, I don't know if there's a way I can turn that off to spawn the flour, because I'm not making flour. So I am trying to make spaghetti, but spaghetti needs flour, but the problem is it's spawning the flour at the sell point. Yeah, so we can make wheat flour and barley flour here, but the problem is it sees it as a finished product. Flour right here. I got it to storing. I can only change it to selling, which I don't want to sell, or distributing. I guess if I put it on distributing, it's going to distribute back to itself or back over to Bread Pit. But I want to make pasta. So, I mean, the only thing I could do is bring it back over here and put it back in. Or just forego making pasta and leave the flour on distribute, and they'll either distribute it back here and keep spinning it back out, and just keep putting it all over to Bread Pit. Yeah, so that's a little bit problematic there. Alright, another thing I think I'll do while we're kind of up here, I don't have a full trail, I'm going by there. Let's go. Okay. I got more product coming on out, I guess. Hang on a second. This is pig food, which is good. And premium potatoes. Alright, I think I'll just sell this stuff here. We'll do the maple syrup another time. We'll zip on down here and get a little bit more cash, and then we'll go take care of the cows. We'll get to the cows here in just a moment, I promise. Bringing in a full trailer of meals for a day. Wake up in the morning, have yourself some oatmeal. Then at lunchtime, you can have yourself a salad. And then in the evening, have yourself some premium baked potatoes, I guess. 4,200 liters of each. So I wonder how much cash we'll bring in. Love how quickly it sells. $10,500 worth of food. That is pretty darn good. Alright, I'm going to go back and grab the McCormick only. And I'll meet you over at Herd That. And we'll take care of the cows, give them some more bedding. Give them some more TMR. I think they got plenty of water. And yeah, then I'm pretty much done for the day. Alright, moo cows, let's go ahead and top you guys off so everyone's nice and happy in there. How are we doing actually on the manure? Not that I need that whole bunch, because the greenhouses are not going through that much. Gonna open up the doors here. That grass does not look like it's ready to be cut. Ah, so it's showing me that, I probably could harvest it, but you can see the grass I did cut last time. That's how tall it can get. But it does say ready to be harvested, but you can kind of compare it to the outside grass, the non-field. So it's got like another stage to go. So it's not actually ready to be cut, even though if we go in... Let me double check. Did I read that wrong, though? No, it says it's ready to be harvested. Oh yeah, you can also check in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there, Peanut. It'll tell you. Yes, it's ready to be harvested. But it's not at its full height, so I wouldn't get the full amount. Now, if we come over here, this is the grass that we got last cut, and I think it was like 251, too? Actually, it was right at 250,000. One thing I did notice, though, when I was compacting it, yeah, some silage bled through from last time, so I'll have to pick that on up. Not that big of a deal. Anywho, let's go over and give the cows what they need, and that is some TMR and some straw for bedding. They're not empty by any means, but you know, now with 30 cows, and month of October is going to be a busy month. I want to make sure I can top them off and not worry about them for at least until November if I can. Probably right about there. Am I close enough? Yep, close enough. And then, ooh, only 9,000 liters of TMR. Alright, so I will need to make some TMR. I'll do that later. So I don't have the T6 over here. Alright, let's go get the bale shredder and give them some more bedding. Even though I think I'm making decent progress on the map and landscaping and decorating, like, okay, I got that done. That's another. I keep looking around like, boy, I still got this to do, this to do, this to do. It's like you complete one or two things, and then you see like 5 others, like 5 new things, like, yep, now I gotta do that. Now we have to do that. Yep, probably have to throw another bale in there, but we'll see. Get rid of some trees here so I can make a little bit of a pathway on down to the shed. Thought I had more TMR in that mixer. And actually, there is a bigger TMR mixer on the mod hub that's like double the size. So that may be something that I may look into here very shortly. There we go. I finally figured out my problem. I hooked up the hydraulic hoses and forgot to hook up the PTO shaft. That will always do it. Now I got the straw in there. But I probably could use another bale, and since I don't have the T6 over here, and I don't feel like running all the way over to get it just for one bale right now with you guys, let's go ahead and just pick one on up. It's only 430 kilograms. Did I just throw that over my head? I did. And drop it on in. That trailer has 33% damage to it already. Barely even use it, but okay. Can slowly see the straw getting bigger and bigger. Small bedding area. Wonder how much 30 cows are going to take on straw. Alright, so how are the cows looking now here? Cows, moo cows. They could use actually a little bit more. And of course a lot more TMR as well. But everything's looking pretty good over here. But since we're here, I'll go grab another straw bale because we got plenty of them. No need to worry about running out of straw for a while. And every bale is 9,000 liters. Technically that says that bale is in. Is that going to clip through? Is it stuck? There we go. And our cows will be... And I'm stuck in the door. I'm going to back up a little more. There we go. So I'll make some TMR in between episodes. I'm not going to cut the grass because the grass is not ready. So other than making some more TMR today, I am pretty much done. We got everything transported that need to be transported. The eggs could be transported over, but I might as well do that in the morning in October. And hopefully we'll have a lot of harvesting to do. I'll probably start with corn and sunflowers and then move on to the sugar cane. Actually, no, I probably should start with the sugar cane because I need to get that process going so we can start getting some cakes made, because that good time is coming on up. So yeah, if the sugar cane is ready in the month of October, we'll be doing that first. Actually, I'll get myself ready for a long harvest from what everyone says. So we will see. All right, attach this, attach that. And now I'm going to go jump back on to the TMR mixer and get that ready to make some more TMR. And the cows will be happy now for a few more months for sure, as long as they keep making more milk, because we need some milk. We're a little bit short on the milk side, but overall not too bad. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.